So we're heading out to the event right now. This is a really important event. This is an event that's going to impact a lot of youth lives out here in Santa Barbara County and Santa Maria, specifically in California. Here's the behind the scenes stuff that probably no one's gonna notice. Maybe they will, we'll find out. So I basically busted my MCL, which is a part in my knee, a couple of days ago. So it's been really difficult for me to walk. Now, I could have easily said, oh, I'm injured, or I can't do this, or something like that. But ultimately, that would be putting my desires and what's more important to me than what's more important than the impact of the work that we do. So if you're gonna do this work, you have to have the mindset that under any circumstance, under any situation, if I have the ability within me to make a difference, then you have the duty to make that difference. And it's super important that you realize that this is so much bigger than you, because there are people's lives that literally can be saved, can be changed, can be positively impacted because of it. So you gotta dig deep, I gotta dig deep, and I gotta go into a place that maybe I've never experienced before so I can give it the highest level. So we're about to head to the event and we'll see how it turns out. And my goal is to make this the best event I've ever given in my life up until this moment in time. It's gonna look like, oh, he's just using his luggage. Oh, he needs that. But in actuality, he's using that much. Hey, what's up, man? Moodie? Yeah. Good to see you, man. How are you? Good. Good. Hello. Arel. So we are just a few minutes before start time of the presentation. Now this is always the most butterfly-filled moment. I don't care how many times you've done a presentation, you gotta feel something before you go on. A lot of people ask me, Arel, do you get nervous before you present? And I used to say yes, but I've changed it, because a lot of times when you get nervous, people say, hey, just calm down. But if you've ever been nervous or anxious, you can't calm down. Like if you've ever been like, oh, okay, I'm gonna calm down, that's a good idea. It never happens. But instead, you can go from nervous to excited. So what I try to do is take that nervous energy that kind of makes me feel like the butterflies are moving, and I turn it into an excitement. I start bouncing. I start getting the energy inside of me. So instead of me trying to calm my nerves, which has never successfully happened for me, I turn that nervousness into excitement. So then I'm bouncing. So by the time I come out, I'm ready to go with this like a lion is being released from a cage. So we're gonna go out there, we're gonna impact these young people's lives, we're gonna make a difference, and my mindset is always, this is going to be the best presentation I've ever given in my life up until this moment in time, the best presentation anyone that has ever seen, heard, or experienced that's gonna impact their lives positively, and they'll remember for the rest of their lives. And I have to give every presentation with that energy and that mindset. And most importantly, I have to ask myself, and this is what I do, and I encourage you to do it as well, that if I were to die, and everything before this presentation didn't matter, and everything after this didn't exist, if this was my one impact moment. If this was everything I built my entire life for, came down to just this one presentation, how would I go out there and give it my best? And that's what we're about to do. Okay, I did it either. So basically, white water rafting is when you go down a big, crazy, raging river and you try not to die. That's the whole thing, right? So now, all of a sudden, I don't want to look like I'm scared in front of my friends. So I'm like, yes, I was about to jump off the bridge. I was about to go get y'all so y'all can witness all this awesomeness that's about to go down. Get your cameras out. We're about to go viral. Now, in the moment, it doesn't seem like a very big change. It's pretty much the same. But over time, because of that decision, these two vehicles will end up in two very, very different places. So these moments, whatever is the right word for them, happen, but you gotta look for them. Called a default future. Believe it or not, every single one of you have already predicted with almost 100% accuracy what your future life is going to be like. What is the default, the like almost generic future that you know will happen? All right, so we just finished our event here in Santa Maria. We had an incredible event where we had a bunch of youth come out, their parents came out too, and all these different organizations that are put together to literally help youth succeed. And here's the cool thing about being a speaker and doing the events like this. There's literally all of this money, all of these resources, all of this capital that's put together to impact lives. How awesome is that, that we as a professional, we get to do good in the world and do well at the same time. To me, that's the perfect blend of what one should be doing for a living, where you get to do good in the world, make a difference, and make a good living while you're doing it. And speaking is one of the unique opportunities to do that. And it's just an honor for me. I dreamed about this, and I'm sure if you're like me, you dream about it too. I still dream about it. Like every time before I present, I just tell myself, it's such an honor and a dream to be able to do this. I used to wish, you know, even when I'm tired, you know, your knee's injured or whatever, I remember I was like, if I could just do this for a living, that would be my greatest dream because I care so much about people. So if you care about people and you want to make a difference, there's tons of opportunities to do so. You just have to ask yourself, are you willing to put yourself out there? Are you willing to send the emails? Are you willing to get in front of the people you need to get in front of and risk hearing the word no, which is the worst thing that can happen, by the way. The worst thing they can say is no, so that you can make a difference. One of the things we taught the youth today at our event was simply that you win if you show up. That by showing up, you put yourself, you know, head and shoulders above everyone else. And I would say for you as a speaker, it's the same thing. I think a lot of the reasons why you're not being booked to speak is simply because people don't know that they can book you to speak. They don't know you exist. So you gotta show up. You gotta make yourself available because there are lives that depend upon it. There are literally lives that depend upon you sharing your message in the way that you need to share it so that a difference can be made. So if you feel this like passion or desire inside of you to make a difference, there is no more noble profession than making a difference in other people's lives. And this is a way to do it. So I encourage you to feel that dream inside of you and bring it out, because if you don't, every day you don't, you're hurting someone and you're stealing, you're being selfish, which I don't think you'd be a selfish person if you watch a video like this, but you're being selfish because you're not allowing the gifts and the talents and the skill that you have to impact other people, and you're keeping it to yourself. You already have it, but now it's time to share and give to others. And when we live in a world where everyone is doing good and doing well, I think that's a beautiful place to live.